What's good, gamers? Welcome to another Fizzy MTG video. Guys, I thought I'd do another simple video that would have helped me out a lot whenever I first got started making some of these videos. I know I'm not like, I'm not saying like I'm like up there or anything in any of the kind of making the videos, but I have learned a lot and improved a lot from the beginning, so I thought I'd share some of that with you guys. And for this video, we're going to go over like some of this stuff, like this thing right here. This is going to be kind of hard to get the whole thing. I guess I'll like kind of bend it. It's just a gooseneck. This was, and I've got a diffuser. This was not on here, by the way. This is just a, I'll just peel this off. And it's not necessary. I didn't use this for any of the videos. I just had that doing some tests. But this was one of the first things. This is how I started making these types of videos when I first got started. Now I'm using a Canon Rebel something, I can't remember, DSLR that I bought from a friend. Shout out to Tired Skeleton. But this was what I started with. I got one of these. You can see the brand here. You know, you guys, you can make these videos with literally just one of these and most likely whatever smartphone you're using. I have this iPhone, and the case is kind of beat up, good old Pokédex case. I'm not gonna like go like put the iPhone here. I will put up some video in I'll try to put it in one of these, one of the corners over here. I'll play some footage so you guys can see sort of what this looked like, what the footage looked like from that camera. But literally all I would do would be to, I'll try to get this the best that I can here. It's going to be a little tricky because gooseneck and all this stuff. But what this does is this literally has a see, this moves, and you would I would literally just slot my phone in here. You can see the light above, the little ring light that I have now, or bigger ring light. I would literally just slot my phone like this and angle this bad boy just like so, and then I would hold my hand underneath. Well, obviously it would be like higher than this, and I didn't prop it on this. I used the clamp. I'm just using this for an example. And if you guys, if you had one of these, you'd know what I mean if you tried it. You literally just move your light around to where what I would do is I would put the light sort of toward the back, kind of like this, and over the head, and then the camera would be something like this, and I would just hold my hand below it, and I would just go through the cards. And it's kind of jank to try to show it like this, but I wanted just some kind of basic thing because, again, even that was something that when I tried to look it up for whatever reason, I couldn't necessarily find it. And an iPhone has autofocus, and so far has had way better autofocus even than this camera as far as like being able to like quickly kind of go between. One thing I will say, pro tip, if you're using an iPhone, because iPhone has a weird thing to where like if the video that you're trying to get off of your iPhone, so obviously make sure your iPhone has plenty of space. You could probably also use an iPad. It'll probably be about the same. Or any of the new phones. If you got a new phone, you're probably fine. I don't think Android has this problem. So if you're on Android, then you can record as long as you want. I used to record, heck, 40 minutes at a time. This camera that I'm using now can only record for 30 minutes at a time, and then you have to refresh the video. That's the only downside to this camera, in my opinion, so far, really. I really wish I could record for like 3 hours at a time. One of these days, I will improve that for whatever camera. It may even be a worse quality camera. I don't know. Probably not. It'll probably be about the same quality, but it may be a different camera. I'm thinking about going to a GoPro because from what I've seen, it seems like some people use those, or an action cam of some sort. Either way, back to what I was saying. An iPhone, I guess I could get this off that. No, I'll just leave all this kind of here just so you can see. This is literally your starter kit. An iPhone is, and I'll keep the footage over here, so I'll move this aside. An iPhone is great at recording video, at least. This is an iPhone like 6S too, by the way, so it's an old iPhone, not even close to being new, and it recorded great quality video. The only downside is if you record a video file over 4 gigabytes, which for me was about a little over 30 minutes, it was like 40 minutes or something like that, or maybe it was longer than that, I can't remember, but I think it was around 40 minutes. It would get like 4 or 5 gigs. If it's over 4 gigs, you cannot take it off of your iPhone by just plugging it out. It will not show up in the file list. In order to get it to show up, what I had to do was I had to have iTunes on the computer, and you have to save whatever file it is. I believe you have to go into your camera, find the like 5 gigabyte thing, and then go to like save to files, and then save it as like a Google Chrome file or some crap. And I can't remember because I haven't done it in forever. There is a video for how to do that. But just pro tip essentially is if you're going to be recording with an iPhone, I don't recommend recording for longer than 30 minutes at a time. That should keep your file small enough or whatever it is to be under 4 gigs. You can do some tests for that easily. That way you can just plug your phone in and then literally take every video off of your phone. Just take every video off of your phone in one go without having the headache of crap. It's a 5 gigabyte video. Let me go and rehook up and all this stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe newer ones don't have it, but from what I've heard, that's like an Apple thing. I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's the same with iPad, but I just thought I would let you know just in case. But this is literally what I started with, and now we're using, what we're using now, which is, I think, much better because, again, I've got like a setup which is way nicer. It's just a table. And, I mean, you obviously need a table and all that. But, I mean, like, I've got a better space for it. I've got 2 lights instead of just the one. And a mounted camera that doesn't move instead of my phone, which I have to reset up every time. Obviously, you could always just buy, like, a separate iPhone and use that for recording. But anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video to just explain kind of, like, an easy way to get started if you guys are curious in how to make card opening videos or unboxing or whatever. It's not too bad. I will say one more pro tip before the video is done. You can get there are these things called crab clamps or super clamps. I think is what they're called. One of the two. There's a thing that's like, oh yeah, if you don't have an overhead camera mounting system, you can buy one for like $500, or you can get you can spend $500 and get 2 C-stands and like a crossbar and all this stuff. You can, or you can get 2 microphone stands, boom arm stands, what I did, the longest ones you can find, the tallest ones you can find, that are like $30 a piece. Get 2 super clamps, and then just take a broom handle if your table's thin enough, literally a broom handle, and you can clamp the C-clamp. If you need an adapter, you get an adapter, but if you get the right stands, then you don't need an adapter. And you can clamp the broom handle across. I've literally done this. And you can utilize that as actually I guess you'll need 3 C-clamps because you'll need one for the camera and whatever mounting system you have for your camera. But yeah, it's very simple. You just literally, I've got a small rig. I've got 3 small rig clamps basically, and then one of them that has like a little tiny little arm. It's got these 2 little ball things. It's attached to the camera where I would show you. But yeah, that's my recommendation if you're looking for a budget thing. That it'll cost you about at most $100 versus $500, and that's for like all the C-clamps and everything. It should cost you about $100 if you're getting if it's $60 for your 2 boom arms, and then you got about like $10 per C-clamp. That's like another 30 or something. And then the one with the extra end on it for the camera is like maybe a little more. So if it's 20, then again, there's your setup minus the lights. And if you're getting lights, I think both my lights, one was $30, I think, and the other one was $15. So $150, and you got your whole dang setup exactly the same as I got. That, well, minus the camera, obviously. But that's like I had the camera, I just didn't have any way of like getting the mat and like I can, hit stuff, and it's like the camera is on a thing that's not moving unless I, shake it, which I can also do. But anyway, that's enough droning on. I just thought I'd give you guys some tips that I didn't have, and I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. So I'm gonna call it there. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, consider subscribing, all that good junk. Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Ask any questions. I'll answer as many as I can, or any of them that I am able to, what I know to answer. Because some things I may not have the answer to. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.